Pepper Lunch can be described as a Japanese-style fast food steak chain. Unlike Western steakhouse restaurants, which often emphasize luxury dining with long courses and table service, Pepper Lunch focuses on speed, affordability, and the sizzling excitement of cooking your steak directly on a hot iron plate. This unique concept has made it popular not only in Japan, but also in various locations abroad. Today, I visited the Pepper Lunch branch inside Airport Walk Nagoya, a large shopping mall directly connected to Nagoya Airport. I ordered the wild steak, 280 grams, priced at 1,880 yen, including tax. When the plate arrived, the steak was already sizzling loudly on the hot iron plate, with the aroma of searing beef filling the air. Alongside the steak were corn and broccoli, making for a simple yet familiar presentation. What sets this apart is that the customer is expected to finish cooking the steak to their own preference directly at the table, turning an ordinary meal into a personal experience. There is, however, one very important rule that first-time visitors should remember. Never pour the sauce immediately after the steak arrives. If you do, the sauce will drastically reduce the surface temperature of the hot plate, and instead of searing the meat, you will end up steaming or boiling it. The steak will lose its crispy outer texture and transform into something closer to boiled beef. That is not what steak is meant to be. The correct way is to let the steak sear first, locking in its juices and building up a delicious crust, and only after that, drizzle the sauce to enhance the flavor. This is the single most important tip for enjoying Pepper Lunch's wild steak properly. The history of Pepper Lunch is also important to understand. This chain was originally created by the same company that later launched Ikinari steak. Pepper Lunch started in the 1990s in Ginza, Tokyo, and quickly became popular because of its innovative self-cooking concept. Later, the same parent company shifted its focus to the Ikinari steak brand, which rapidly expanded nationwide. Ikinari steak gained fame for cutting meat directly in front of customers, offering a theatrical sense of dining. At first, it was exciting and novel, but as the chain expanded at breakneck speed, cracks began to show. During busy hours, they abandoned the live meat cutting performance, preparing steaks behind the scenes instead. Once they removed the very element that made the brand special, it became just another steak restaurant that wasn't particularly cheap. I personally felt that the chain would not last long once they gave up on their core value. As I expected, Ikinari steak declined rapidly, becoming a shadow of its former self. Meanwhile, Pepper Lunch continued on a different path. It did not chase aggressive expansion, but instead focused on remaining consistent, cheap, fast, and sizzling hot. By sticking to its original concept and never removing the iron plate performance, Pepper Lunch managed to retain loyal customers and survive while other chains disappeared. This contrast between the Ikinari steak's rapid rise and fall and Pepper Lunch's steady persistence is an important lesson in the restaurant industry. Chains that abandon their core identity are destined to fade, while those that protect it continue to endure. The wild steak 280G I ate today represents exactly what Pepper Lunch stands for. At 1,880 yen, it is not the cheapest option for a meal in a food court, especially given its location inside a shopping complex connected to the airport. But the value lies in the experience. To hear the sizzling sound, to control the cooking yourself, and to enjoy the taste you personally finish is a uniquely Japanese fast food steak experience. This is not just food. It is a moment of participation, a small but memorable cultural encounter. Allow me to briefly introduce myself. I am a Japanese local based in Nagoya, and over the years,